Hi everybody, Dan Schinder here on Drum Talk TV at NAMM 2015 in Anaheim, California with Jamie Harris of Aquarian Drumheads. How are you today, Jamie?
I'm doing great, Dan. How are you?
Great. How are you holding up on day 2 of the NAMM Show?
Well, you know how NAMM is. It's pretty crazy. And a lot of exciting things happening with Aquarian.
Great. Let's start right with that, starting with your big 35th anniversary, right?
Yeah, I'd like to focus on that. This is our 35th year, 35th anniversary with Aquarian. And that's what we're celebrating this year at the Aquarian booth. And I would like to get into what we've come out with this year.
Yeah, let's do that. Well, you want to start right here?
I'd like to start right here. What we have this year going on for 2015 with Aquarian is the new Superpads. As you can see, the Superpads are here on this drum kit.
Right. And like all gearheads, I got to touch it. Oh, wow.
Yeah. The great thing about the Superpad, it's kind of like a disc shape. We make them for all the sizes for your drum kit. The great thing about it, it's not just like a normal practice pad. You could use it as one entity as a practice pad, but the great thing about it is the feel. The feel of it, the tonality that it has. It doesn't mute the kit down to where you can't hear it anymore. Each drum has its own tone to it.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Each drum has its own tone.
Even with the pad, you're saying,
Even with
right?
the pad, it doesn't mute out the tonality that the shell was built for. So as you can hear,
it maintains the tune, which is cool.
And all the pitch is still there. We have practice pads too for the cymbals. These are super pads for the cymbals. And as you can see, you can just take them right off. You just throw them on your drum and they fit right in any sizes.
And I gotta ask, is this mainly designed specifically only for practice, or have you heard of people actually using them for unplugged gigs or stuff like that?
This is why it's called Super Pad, and it's not like your typical practice pad, is you can play in an acoustic environment. This is why this pad allows with the same sort of feel you have with a real drum head. The bounce has a very realistic bounce, and it doesn't kill the sound of the shell. Like most other pads, it mutes it so down you can't even hear the tone of the shell.
Yeah, you're playing on a table.
So you could do an acoustic.
Can I see what it feels like?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. I don't even play drums, but I guess that's what it's supposed to feel like. No, that's really impressive. I love the response.
Yeah, so basically, if you're a teacher, you could teach a whole classroom of kids practicing on these pads. You could be talking at the same time. You could play low volume gigs.
And I'd like Harold to get the bass drum. Check out the pad on the bass drum. That's cool. That's really neat. I dig that. Whoop, sorry. Yeah, that's cool.
You can still hear the fundamentals of the low end and pitch of the bass drum with this pad.
Are these available now?
Yes, they're available now. And you can also, it'll mute. If you have problems with your neighbors, you can play all night and not bug your neighbors. Although that's not what they're built for, but they have more than one application. Obviously, it's not the typical practice pad.
Are they sold individually or as packs?
You could do it both. You
Really?
can buy them individual, whichever way, whichever works for you as a drummer. You can buy it as one entity, like I said before, as a practice pad application.
What do they retail for about?
Roughly, I would have to pull that out.
In rubles.
But anyways, so then if I can go further.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's move on.
Okay.
And we'll find out the price was on the screen there.
Yes, we'll find it.
That's cool.
Okay, now what we're doing here this year is we're celebrating 35 years of Aquarian. And what this is 30. This is what we have been doing for the last 35 years. We've been doing it from day one with our vacuum molding process. So 2 plies are sealed very tightly.
Right.
So you get no rippling or any of those horrid stories. And our drumhead film, Nu-Brite, we call it Nu-Brite Drumhead film, made exclusively for us. We had this made for us because we have the when we started Aquarian, we had that calfskin sound, very warm, full sounding. So what we've done is we've got Nu-Brite film and we've added a touch of brightness to it. So we still have what Aquarian's known for, the very warm, full, open sound, but with a Nu-Brite touch of some treble to it, a little brightness to it. You need a little brightness. Yeah. We're very known for all our dots. We have different types of dots. We have large dots, thin dots, small dots, and this year we are coming out
portable dot,
mobile, reusable, portable power dot.
That's cool.
You can re-stick on any snare over and over again.
And if someone asked, well, what would I do with that? Would one of the answers be, maybe you're in the studio, the engineer, producer, they're messing with sounds, it just gives you more options for one thing, right?
Much more options. Yeah, you can do a number of things with this dot. I have people ask me, can I use it on my kick? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it gives you, like you said, more options to be creative and change your sound in any way on the spot that you'd like.
That's cool.
Then we come down to here, we go through here, our power dots, super kick. This is what we've been mainly known for. We've been doing it from day one. It's been imitated, but no one's ever duplicated it. You know, it's a very basic process. It works, it's been working for us for years. And you know, it's been imitated, but you know, people sticking stuff on the outside, stuff that rattle and buzz. Now, we just keep it very basic, which we have a patent on that. And we go to our coating. We have different types of coating, which aren't just cosmetic, by the way.
Right.
We're known for our Z100 coating, which is our standard, very durable coating. We have our modern vintage coating, which is an entirely different coating.
Right.
And we have our black coating, which is an entirely different coating as well. So you have three choices of different sound coloring right there with the coating.
Yeah, and you can see the different textures that they have too.
And we get into our hoops. Our hoops, that's a big one. The hoop's very important because the hoop on a drum head, ours are very rigid, so you don't lose any of the energy out of it or through the vibration. And the great thing about our hoops is we have a patent hoop where it will not pull it won't pull,
cool.
Which leads to detuning and all those kind of nightmares. So you have a solid, rigid hoop, which we're known for. We also offer, which not many people know, we'll offer oversized hoops for those treble drums.
Oh.
And you know, some of the drums that are older, 1960s and older, we have what's called a modern vintage hoop. And we offer that. You have a treble drum, you need your drum heads with the modern vintage hoop, no problem.
Huh.
Yeah. We get into here, our sound curve, the way we've made our collar. Once again, for the last 35 years, we've been doing this. Now, as you know, Dan, I know you know, that all bearing edges are different.
Right, definitely.
All bearing edges are not created equal, yeah. Some are sharp, some are dull. You have the old school bearing edges, different degrees. You have different counter hoops with so many different variables like that with different bearing edges, different hoops. And as you know, not everybody has a $2,000-$3,000 drum kit.
Right.
Sometimes drum shells get out of round. You have difficulties with tuning. Well, what we've done, Aquarian is designed from day one a collar so the bearing edge will find its own spot.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, we don't assign a certain, we have oversized hoops, we have curved collar, bearing, you can spin the head around the shell like it should, unless of course if you have a problem shell that's warped or something like that, well, our bearing edge will find, our counter hoop will find the bearing edge spot.
That's cool.
Yeah, so basically that's what we've been doing for 35 years and getting into all this kind of stuff. Now as we come down here further.
Ooh, I see sparkle. I love sparkle, by the way.
Oh.
I love sparkle. Some people don't like it. They think it's out of date. I love the sparkle look still.
Isn't that great? It's nice finish. Here we have the Superpad, which we were introducing earlier. I was showing you earlier. We have the Superpad. And once again, this is how it's packaged. We have them in all the sizes. Here's the kick drum. Packaging.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So we went over that. Come down here a little further. I would like to take this time.
I know this guy.
Yeah. This is one of the owners of Aquarian Drumhead.
That's Roy Burns. If you don't know, look him up. Watch his interview on Drum Talk TV. Me and Roy sitting down at Aquarian talking about his career. Awesome man, awesome career. He invented the concept, I gotta take a quick detour. He invented the concept of the drum clinic. He invented what would normally be under here, the tilt screw on your hi-hat. Roy Burns.
And not only that,
Some heavy stuff.
oh, it's very heavy. I mean, working for this man has been, I can't even explain how incredible it's been.
That's
my journey
wonderful
in
to
the music
hear.
business. Oh, yeah. I feel very gifted
That's
to
really
take
cool.
his knowledge and everything I've learned through the years from Roy. But one of the greatest things about Roy Burns is that he's a pioneer. He's
Yeah,
a
absolutely.
pioneer of the drum clinic.
Yeah.
He used to travel the world doing clinics back before clinics became very popular as they are to these
Yeah.
days. So we're celebrating all this with his company and the 35 years, and as you can see right here. Now, this is very exciting for us. We have now ventured into the world of electronics.
Dun dun dun, wow.
Yeah.
Look at this. With the shells, with the finishes and everything,
Now-
this is really neat.
Here's the thing that's different about our electronics. As you know, in the industry, all triggering is piezo. Piezo triggering, which is based off of vibration. Well, the problems with a lot of piezo triggering is that there's a little lag time, they crosstalk, misfiring. Well, what we've done is we've teamed up with Cat Electronics, and what we've made,
Oh, wow.
yeah,
I didn't know that. That's neat.
Oh, yeah.
They make some great products.
make absolutely amazing products. But the trick, the difference with our stuff, FSR. We don't.
Force sensing response.
We do not use piezo because you're just asking for problems with that. We use force sensing response, no crosstalk. The playability is amazing. It's in real time, impeccable, state of the art of triggering. Now what we have is two products. We have the in-head, as you can see, it's a real drum head, and we have the on-head, right here.
Oh,
It's a portable plane surface.
this piece here?
Portable
So
plane
it's
surface.
very much like, or is it the same thing, if you don't mind me
Very
asking?
much like it. To set it, we make it in all the sizes, 10, 12, 13, 14, all through the kick drum sizes. All you do is drop it on your shell, on top of the existing head, plug it in, and you're set to go. And you can turn your whole
I
kit
see.
electronically.
That's neat.
Now, going another step further, we offer this kind of technology with the FSR system inside the drum head, inside a playable portable plane surface. We also offer rim shots, alt zone. These are all little accessories. Alt zone you can stick on any drum head, plug it in, and assign sounds to it. As you can
Oh, interesting.
see, different pads. So you can use your fingers, you can hit it. So what we're doing here, the rim shot, you can assign different sounds to the rim. So if you can see the
wow.
message here, the message is, for the drummer, these are the tools you can use to create your own sound.
Yeah.
You can do what you want. It's endless. You can make your own drum set. You can turn your own kit into all electronics. A lot of people get creative, sticking the on-head inside rims, sandwiching them in rims, and making little practice sets.
And like for the rim shot, for example, if I had this, let's say I have like 4 small toms over here on my left, I could make one rim a clave, one rim a small tambourine, one an anvil.
You got
That
it.
is really neat. You
That's
can
the whole idea.
add to your whole soundscape without adding extra pieces of gear.
Yes. And it's, you can customize it to the drummer. You don't have to have a full set of electronics, or you just want to use one drum, one pad, one on-head to trigger, sample sounds, turn some old drums into some bongos or timbales or timbalitos. You want to make your own drum kit. You want, or rehead your whole kit with it.
That like I'm thinking of all kinds of ideas, and I'm just trying to be helpful and pass some ideas along. But like, let's say you're in a corporate gigging band or a wedding band. You do weddings, bar mitzvahs, quinceañeras, and stuff, and you get into your Latin set. Yeah, you could turn these two drums into timbales, the rim into a clave. How cool! You can make your kit fit the style of music that maybe if you didn't have all that stuff, you'd kind of be playing the style, but not getting the sounds of that genre of music.
Correct.
Very interesting.
And what's so amazing about all this as well is the fact that you can take your existing kit, and you don't have to go out and buy a $5, $6, some case $7,000, or even a couple $1,000. You don't have to buy a whole secondary kit. You can use your existing kit with the same spacing for your cymbals, how you sit, same size of your drum. Pop these on, or use the end head, which tune like a real head, and you have two sounds right there. You have electronic, unplug them, your acoustic.
Yeah. And so this is a brain, for lack of other words. What if they already have some sort of product?
That's what I'm going to get into.
Okay, cool.
We, of course,
I'm not saying they shouldn't buy that. That's not what I'm saying.
We are partners, with Cat Electronics. We've come out this year with the Ditty. This is an interface. This interface, you can set all your parameters in here. Get them all dialed in. It's all dialed in for FSR. This is MIDI. You can go MIDI to any sound source, any kind of drum. You can go through your computer. You can go through, any brain. Over here we have the roll-in. You can go through just about on the market. It'll work with any brain. All you do is go MIDI. You're running off those sounds. Your parameters are already set. It overrides the parameters in the brain.
So they can pull from a keyboard, rack mount. That's really neat.
Oh, it's amazing. It's really nice what we have going on here. And then right over here, I would like to show.
How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
Great, thanks.
This is Nat, one of our artists demoing our on-heads here. And just show you how dynamic they are. He can show you some stuff.
Where's the speaker? Over here? Oh, let's trade places now. Go ahead and give us a full demo. Play the Black Page by Frank Jones. How do you like the response?
I love the response. I've tried all the other pads. This feels the best out of all the pads that I've tried. With not to name any names, but I don't have any hand fatigue that you experience with other pads. They're very comfortable. I actually have fun practicing again on these because they really feel good. And the other cool thing is that you just set them on top of the drums. You can actually hear your drums underneath the pads. You can actually hear the pitches of the toms when you're practicing.
That's cool. I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Matt Scott.
Matt Scott. Thank you, Matt. Very cool. Nice demo, too. Cool. Very cool.
Like when I was showing you the Superpads, which we came out with this year, you noticed the ones on the cymbal. Well, that's our next step. That's what we're doing this year. We're turning those into on cymbals. And we're going to have those so you'll have the complete set.
Cool. Yeah. Very cool.
And as you can see here, we're having fun with the booth.
Wow, I didn't see that. How did I not see that?
Aquarian is all about kick and snare. That's the foundation of your drummer's beat. That's the backbone of the drummer. Here we have kick and snare. We're just have some fun with it. We have drummers dueling off, drummers playing kick and snare. So that's what we have in our booth.
I want to make sure I didn't miss something. Is that a product that people can get? It comes like this?
Oh, no. This is just we've set up the booth to show you how this, because we're known for kick and snare. So this is the theme
but that is neat. I'm going to talk to you about this separately about something. I have an idea.
And one other thing I wanted to mention.
But wait, I'm sorry. I have to throw this out there. Now that 20 million people a week are seeing this thing, what if someone says, we want that? I want this to teach lessons on, or I do a performance with my percussionist and drummer because we're in Chicago together. Like Tris and Wally or something. Can they get this?
Well,
or am I not going into a no zone?
How we did this? You know how we did this?
How'd you do that?
We're going back to the message. You have the tools. These are all the tools. We took the tools and we built this.
Very cool.
So you could do this. You could do a dozen other things with it too.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. And one thing I wanted to mention before we leave here is
Yeah.
that I was mentioning how we're innovative and the
Hey,
removable,
wait, don't touch that.
the reusable portable power dot. Well, we also have a 3-ply snare drum head called the triple threat.
I know about that.
Yeah, and that's amazing to me. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a very popular head of ours.
Yeah.
It's a 3-ply snare drum head, and it's very sensitive, and the response on it's great. So I
That's
just
cool.
wanted to mention that.
No, that
Yeah,
is cool.
that's another thing.
I personally have played it, and you don't have to pound on it to get a great
Oh,
sound,
you
which is
don't.
cool. Because I think a lot of people, if they hear 3-ply, they think, oh, you probably really got to hammer it. It's made for heavy metal. It's a very versatile head. I know from
Very
experience.
versatile. And even though we developed it, I still surprise myself. I'm like, wow, it still has so much sensitivity. And yeah, it's the way we make it. The sound of the drum head, it has a lot to do with how you make it, and the materials you're using, and the hoop, the way we do our collar. That's all very important. I mean, you must. All bearing edges are different. I can't stress that more. It has to find its own spot. So that's
Right.
very important when you're talking drum heads. Yeah.
Very cool. Well, hopefully you're a little up to date with what Aquarian not only has now, but what they've been up to for the last 35 years. And Jamie, I want to thank you for letting us infiltrate your booth for a while. Sorry.
Pleasure. Pleasure.
Thank you very much. And thank you for watching Jamie Harris of Aquarian and myself, Dan Schindler, here on drumtalktv.com from the NAMM Show 2015.